Family Guy and Adult Swim are no more. Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Aptrepreneur. Welcome to my media channel. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me. And this video is going to be almost a sad video. I really almost don't want to make it. I kind of wish this story was not true, but it is, and I feel like I need to talk about it a little bit. Now, I was around when Adult Swim first appeared on Cartoon Network. I'm 37 years old. I've been around the block a few times. And until Adult Swim, Cartoon Network was still basically considered a kids network. Yes, they did have cartoon history programs from time to time like Toonheads. And yeah, they flirted with some PG material in the form of Gundam Wings, Midnight Run, where they were throwing a damn and a hell here and there, and it would be uncut and you see a little bit of blood, but it was overall a pretty safe network. Well, Toonami's slightly edgier, but not really adult programming of Dragon Ball Z and things like that, and Evangelion, because Evangelion aired on Cartoon Network at one point, believe it or not, kind of convinced Cartoon Network to kind of go full in and try adult cartoons for the first time. And the Adult Swim block premiered with programs like Home Movies, The Brak Show, Harvey Birdman, Law Attorney, and Cowboy Bebop, to name a few. And Adult Swim became a household name, and there were several cornerstone programs that the network aired. Cowboy Bebop was one of them. So was Futurama. So was Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Inuyasha. Case Closed should have been a cornerstone property, but it premiered at 1:30 in the morning and nobody watched it. But by far the biggest program, the biggest cornerstone highlight of Adult Swim was Family Guy. You have to keep in mind the history of Family Guy at the time. At the time, Family Guy was a canceled TV show with 3 seasons. One of those seasons was only 6 episodes long. Not a lot of episodes. There was maybe 30 to 45 episodes of Family Guy in total. And it wasn't really finding any love anywhere because who wants to air 36 episodes of a TV show? It's just not a lot, or whatever the heck it was. Well, Cartoon Network bought the program, or the programming rights, I should say, and they did air it. They got it basically for free. And Family Guy became a monumental success on Cartoon Network. It introduced the show to a whole new audience. And if you hear something over there, it's because my chinchilla Minnie is running on her wheel. Forgive me for that. I can't necessarily tell her not to have fun. But Family Guy was on. It became a big thing. It got such high ratings. It was actually beating The Tonight Show. Brand new episodes of The Tonight Show in the ratings. And it did eventually convince Fox to buy more Family Guy. Now, I am not someone who discovered Family Guy on Adult Swim. I actually did discover it on Fox. I actually saw the premiere episode of Fox after the Super Bowl because my family was at a Super Bowl party and I had at least an hour before they would come home. Watch this show. It was hilarious. I knew they would totally object to me watching the show. Not saying it was right, that's just how it was back then. So I actually did watch Family Guy sporadically on Fox, and then one day it just kind of disappeared, and I didn't see it again until Adult Swim, because with Adult Swim, my family went on vacation, and we'd have TVs in our rooms, and, watching Cartoon Network at night. But all of a sudden, Family Guy's on. So I watched Family Guy and Adult Swim at night. Well, here's the thing. It's kind of a weird thing to say, but Family Guy left Adult Swim last night. Last night was the final time it would be airing on Cartoon Network, or maybe 2 nights ago, depending when this video goes up. Very, very bittersweet moment, because Family Guy and Adult Swim had a very simpatico relationship. Family Guy put Adult Swim on the map. I think it is safe to say Adult Swim would not be the competitor it is without Family Guy. But for that matter, Family Guy was in a bad position. It was on the verge of being one of those niche shows that occasionally a 30 or 40-year-old would say, hey, remember that one show, Family Guy? I remember it didn't air very long, but I thought it was really funny, and no one would have seen it after that. But it got on Cartoon Network, it found an audience, and it found such an audience that it went back into production. And for better or worse, we're still watching it today. So I always felt that Family Guy and Adult Swim would always be partners. If Fox ever decided they wanted to get rid of Family Guy, Adult Swim would probably step in and say, hey, we will order you more episodes. You've got a forever home here. And only until Seth MacFarlane actually said he didn't want to do it anymore would the show come to an end. But that's not what happened. Disney bought Fox, or at least most of Fox's assets. They didn't want the Fox News or the basic Fox networks. But they bought, 20th Century Fox, they bought Fox Searchlight, they bought FXX, FX, they bought all those things. And Family Guy will be moving to FXX. Now, FXX is a programming block that was, or not a programming block, it's a network. What am I saying? It's a network that was not getting a lot of attention until they did something really bold. They got the entire series of The Simpsons and the movie, and they even did a couple of marathons where they aired all the episodes back to back, including the movie where it's supposed to be. Took weeks to air them all, by the way. Weeks. So that's how much Simpsons we have. And FXX was, for the most part, considered the Simpsons network. Now, they have since added other shows, like, I think Futurama's now on there as well. But now they're going to get Family Guy, and so I think FXX is going to become like a network where Disney can put a lot of their adult cartoons that they have on this network. And I'm sure if they could, they would rename it to Adult Swim Classic, basically what Adult Swim used to be in the old days. But no, this is where you're going to see The Simpsons. This is where you're going to see King of the Hill. This is where you're going to see Futurama. This might even be where you see Disenchanted if it ever decides to be syndicated after the Netflix run. I could totally see Disney doing that. And yeah, look, Disney has a right to do that. I mean, that's what happens when you have a big company that buys these things. They take them away from places we have always enjoyed watching them, and they move them to their own networks. That was probably always going to happen, and there's probably nothing Cartoon Network could really do. Now, Cartoon Network celebrated the final episode of Family Guy in the oddest way. They did air a little goodbye promo that I got a little teary-eyed watching, I'm not going to lie, and I'm going to show that at the end of this video, so stick around till the end for that. But they also chose to air the Stewie Gets Pregnant episode, which is a recent episode, and it's considered one of the worst. Now, personally, if I were at Cartoon Network, if I had the rights to do this, maybe they didn't, I would have aired the first episode again, or that episode where Brian and Stewie goes back to the first episode if they want something a little bit more modern. But I think it would have been like a great, classy thing to do, to air the very first Family Guy episode and then wave goodbye. I actually saw this comic from Yotomoe. He does comics, apparently. And I love this. I think this is a very nice tribute to Family Guy and the whole situation. I'm going to try to do my best Peter Griffith voice, although I'm going to be honest, I'm not very good at it. And it says, well, we've made it. The last episode of Family Guy on Adult Swim. For almost 20 years now, my family and I have been making you laugh and cry. And over the years, we've created a lot of memories together. Like Conway Twitty, or Surfing Bird, or the chicken fights, or Frank Sinatra Jr., or Adam West, or James Woods, or... oh, hey, remember the time when we... sorry, I guess now is not the time for reminiscing. Anyway, to finish off our legacy on Adult Swim, we'll be ending on the episode where the baby gets pregnant. Enjoy! And I actually thought that was like a very appropriate comic to not only pay tribute to the sadness of Family Guy leaving Cartoon Network, but also the absurdity of ending on that particular episode. So anyway, Family Guy is no longer on Adult Swim. And I'm feeling pretty bummed about that. I liked going to Cartoon Network pretty consistently at 11 p.m. at nights when I was, like, on vacations and things like that and watching Family Guy. And now I guess I gotta hope that, like, when I go to Vegas next week, that the cable at the Rio has FXX, or else I can't watch Family Guy while I'm over there at night. So, Anyway, I do have a lot of memories of Family Guy. You know, there were some slumber parties where our friends, you know, watch Family Guy, and we were trying not to laugh too hard so that we wouldn't wake up our parents and things like that, because, you know, we're not supposed to be watching Family Guy when we're kids. But what are some of the memories that you shared? How does this news affect you? Do you care that much? By the way, Family Guy will still be on Hulu, because Disney still owns Hulu, and, you know, Disney definitely is having their cake and eating it too. They're using Family Guy to draw people to their new network, and they're using Family Guy to keep people paying for Hulu. So, you know, that's going on. But I would like to know what your memories are, what you have, what you think of this, and all that jazz. So I'd like to know, so comment below with your memories. And as promised, here's the Cartoon Network promo. I think it's a great way to end this episode. So try not to cry too much and flame responsibly.